Now that we have artificial intelligence, there are literally new tools coming out every single week for contractors or for construction companies. And I genuinely see a lot of contractors that are trying to grow their businesses and they're just focusing on the wrong thing because there's just so many options right now. So instead of having to chase what looks fancy, I decided to put together a quick video of the 5 most important ways to market your construction company coming into 2026. If you're not only trying to stay busy in 2026, but you're also actually trying to have some sort of a breakthrough in your company and get to the next level in terms of revenue, profit, or deals closed or whatever. My name is Chavira. If you don't know who I am, I've spent a little over $65,000 in ads for construction specifically by directly working with residential contractors in the US and Canada, so I'm able to see what's working right now. The first one is trust first branding. This is an absolute non-negotiable and it's pretty much your foundation. I want to be clear, branding is not just your logo or your colors or your fonts. When I say branding, I mean like how people perceive your company overall. Before ads, before leads, before content. Right now, if a homeowner Googles you, if they check your Instagram, if they check your Google reviews, if they check your website and they don't automatically feel safe or they don't automatically put you in a category of someone they would like to do business with. It doesn't matter how you get the lead, they're just gonna see you as everybody else in your city. If they do get a quote from you, the only thing that they're gonna care about is the price. And we all know competing on price is just a race to the bottom. It's gonna kill your business and you're gonna lose. Huge emphasis on trust first. AI is gonna keep getting bigger, it's gonna keep making it easier for a lot of businesses to pop up. So looking human, being human, and developing real human connections is gonna be key. And it's gonna be more and more important in 2026 than it's ever been. Number 2 is organic. Whenever someone wants to do the renovation, remodel their kitchen, remodel their bathroom, basement, patio, backyard, anything, what 90% of people are gonna do is they're just gonna go on Google and they're just gonna search things like kitchen remodeler, bathroom remodels near me, home remodeling in my area. And this is a little bit of a longer term play, but if you manage to be the first or one of the first names that pops up whenever someone searches for that, it's kind of like referrals, but on steroids. It's a little bit slower than other methods and you cannot really control it, but the sooner you start setting something up like this, the sooner you're never gonna have to struggle for work. Usually the leads that come from organic are higher quality and they're ready to buy. They just don't know who to buy from. The third best way to market your construction company this year is gonna be paid human ads. Emphasis on human. Doing any sort of paid advertising through Google, Facebook, even TikTok, which I wouldn't recommend you start out with, just gives you a shit ton of control into the amount of revenue that you're able to get for your company. The reason why this is so popular and it's one of my favorite ways to market any home service business is because when you know your metrics, cost per lead, cost per appointment, cost per job, it's like having a faucet that whenever you turn on, you're gonna start getting jobs, and whenever you turn it off, you can pause and breathe for a little bit and then you can turn it back on and you can literally always be busy. It's a super quick way to get cash to then invest it into other areas of the company, like building systems, to be able to put more money into this machine and keep growing it and growing it and growing it. And then again, you can use that cash to make everything around the business better. Number 4, power referrals and partnerships, engineered. If you go listen to any contractor that has been super successful in their niche, you'll probably see that relying on referrals isn't that great of a strategy, but this only applies to passive referrals, which is when you don't know where you're gonna get your next referral. The contractors that are killing it right now are the ones who are able to systemize asking for referrals. They have systems and automations in place for even after they close a job so that it automatically reaches out to the client, doing things like asking for a review or asking for a referral, giving incentives for people who are willing to do this for them, discounts, free repairs, an extension of the guarantee on their project. And this is one of the ways that I think a lot of people don't think about. But when I say partnerships, I'm talking like reaching out to real estate agents, flooring stores, other contractors that might be a little bit further away from your area or that focus on a different service, home builders, etc. And then just ask them if they're willing to partner with you. And if they say yes, they can consistently feed you jobs and you guys can just help each other. I don't even offer this as a service for my clients, but I've been working with a contractor in Edmonton, Canada for about 7 months. And just the other week, he told me like, hey David, I have this list of property managers. If you and your team can give him a call and tell them that we want to work together, every single job that we get from them ever, you and your team can get a percentage of that. So I was like, oh, we can do that. And if you have your foundations in place, if they're able to see that you're reputable and that you're willing to do good work and that you're responsible and committed and ambitious, you'd be surprised how many people are actually willing to work with you. And then last but not least, share lead platforms. I know what you're thinking, David, what are you talking about? Those platforms are shit, but hear me out. So platforms like Thumbtack, Angie's List, Kijiji, Homestars if you're in Canada, as you probably know, they grab the same lead and they send it to 10 other contractors in your area. And then whoever gets it wins, right? These platforms are almost completely useless for 90% of contractors, but if you've been in business for quite a while, if you have a shit ton of proof, shit ton of pictures, if you're really good at selling, if you're really good at closing, if you have a team in place, if you're niche down and you have all those systems dialed in, man, I've seen people absolutely kill it with buying leads, because having all these things in place literally separates you from 90% of your competition. And so you're gonna have an edge over the other 10 contractors that are gonna have that lead. By the way, if you are struggling to get busier or get some of these systems in place, close more jobs, get more appointments, look more trustworthy online, there is a link in the description. You don't have to click it. It's not a free training or a $9.97 course or anything like that. It's literally just a video of how my company can help you solve that problem. So you don't have to click it. I'm just putting it out there for anybody who might be interested in it. That's pretty much it for the 5 best ways to market your construction company in 2026. If you genuinely like the video, there's a button for that. If you found this helpful, you can also subscribe so that YouTube starts showing you more content like this. You can comment any ideas or questions that you might have about any of these. I genuinely appreciate you so much for watching these videos, and it's literally December 31st at 8 p.m. So I'm gonna go celebrate New Year's. Happy holidays.